Good afternoon, graduates, parents, student supporters, friends, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Convocation at the University of Waterloo. My name is Feridun Hamdalapur, and I have the privilege of serving as President and Vice Chancellor of this fantastic university. It's my privilege to welcome you all to campus for this momentous occasion to celebrate the accomplishment of our soon-to-be graduates. Not quite yet. A few more steps, no more assignments or finals, however. Before we start this exciting day of celebration and tradition, it is important to reflect, acknowledge, and pay respect to the elders, past and present, of the neutral Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee peoples. We are gathered today on their traditional territory as the University of Waterloo sits on the Haldimand Tract, the land promised to the Six Nations people along the Grand River. If I may ask you to remain standing, and those of you who are able to rise, would you please rise while I invite Dr. Reinhold Schuster to sing our national anthem.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. we stand on guard for thee.
Reinhold, thank you very much. That was fantastic. Please be seated. We are going to pause for a couple of minutes because we have a lot of people are still being seated. This is by far the largest class we are graduating this week, so we have a lot of students and a lot of people who are here. So we just need a couple of more minutes making sure that everybody is seated so we can start. Thank you. All right, we have a signal that we're good to go. Hello again, and welcome. Normally, at this point, I would have asked our Chancellor to come forward and start the convocation process. However, our Chancellor is symbolic head of our institution and presides over our convocation ceremonies. His name is Mr. Dominic Barton. He was here all week. However, today he couldn't be with us for a very, very important reason. So he sends his deepest regrets and his warmest, heartfelt congratulations to the graduating class. And if he were here, he would have started saying that this is all about you, the class of 2019. We are here to celebrate your tremendous accomplishments. We are here to acknowledge your fabulous journey that started even before you thought of coming to the University of Waterloo. Acknowledge your wonderful experience here throughout your many years here. And then also talk about this fabulous journey that you're just about to embark upon. And he would have said, the world you will be entering into after being a student here is an unbelievably exciting world. However, it is a different world, even in the time when you started here as a student. Things are happening, and things are happening at such a pace that we can hardly keep track of it. Things that we're talking about today would have been subjects that we would have never thought of 20, 25 years ago. We could only watch some old episodes of Star Trek and say, wow, would that be possible one day? And today, we are realizing that, yes, they will be possible. There will be a lot of disruptions. There will be many things that will change. There will be many jobs that will not exist. Should we worry about this? I don't think so. And this is the moment why we will say why. What makes us so optimistic about the future? Well, for me, I am absolutely fabulously optimistic because of who is sitting right there. Because they are graduating from the University of Waterloo. The things that the world started talking about today, about disruption, about what will the future economies will look like, what will the future geopolitics will look like, and what will be the role of technology in there. Well, we started talking about them 62 years ago, and that's how this university started. So we have a little bit of a head start. I would like you to just look at this side of the room for a second. And this is only 1/3 of what is coming through here today. This started with 74 students here 62 years ago. And this is what this university has become now. I'm very proud that the founding faculty of this university is also telling the whole world that if your challenge is with talent, we have thousands of them. Watch them. If your challenge is with a new knowledge, disruptive knowledge, we have it coming. And our students, they are so curious, they are so passionate, they are so determined that they will do them all. That is the reason why I am so optimistic about the future. And at the same time, he will say, our chancellor, thank you so much for parents, supporters of our students, our faculty, staff, for making sure that they are sitting here today. They are with us. And they're immensely proud of what they have been able to accomplish. They did it all on their own. You were there. You helped them all alone. You didn't attempt to help them with their assignments or other things. But I thank you. I'm grateful for some of them and some of you. You helped them with their tuition. The university is grateful for that. And you're probably a little bit relaxed that you won't have to worry about it anymore. And this is the time that we will say, we are unleashing this unbelievable talent, and the whole world will benefit from this. Convocation is also a time where we are able to acknowledge accomplishments of some great colleagues, and there will be some speakers, and you will be hearing from some of our colleagues introducing these great individuals. So today we will begin by conferring an honorary degree on an individual who has distinguished himself in the academy. And then we will confer bachelor's degrees only today. And I will do everything possible from here on to make sure that we will try to do this under 2 hours. No promises. There may be no minus but plus a few minutes because it's a large class. Our provost, Professor Jim Rush, will tell you how to come forward, take photographs, what to do, but all I can tell you that this convocation belongs to our students, belongs to all of them, and we will make sure that each and every one of them will fully enjoy this convocation ceremony together with us. That will require a little self-discipline not to get up and leave, but I'm sure that I will be seeing all of you at the end of this. So we will start then. It's my privilege to invite Professor Sherman Shen from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering to come to the podium and introduce our honorary doctorate recipient.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present H. Vincent Poole. Vincent Poole is a world-leading scholar and educator who has distinguished himself in the broad field of wireless communications and helped redefine the role of engineering education at Princeton University. Professor Poole is renowned for developing powerful signal processing methods that have expanded the limits of wireless networks, enabling the explosive rise in digital communications through the past 3 decades. These contributions have been cited over 80,000 times and have dramatically advanced modern mobile communications, satellite systems, and the emerging smart grid and social network applications used all over the world. His patented inventions have also been the basis of several emerging communications technology companies. As an educator, Professor Paul is both a visionary leader and an innovator. He has personally advised more than 100 graduate students and postdoctoral fellows, many of whom are now the who's who in the field. Beyond his own group, Professor Poole was founding director of Princeton's Keller Center for Innovation in Engineering Education and the dean of the School of Engineering and Applied Science. In these roles, he helped create a culture of entrepreneurship, experiential learning, and exploration of technology that led to substantial growth in the scale, scope, and the impact of engineering at one of the world's leading academic institutions. Professor Poole's preeminent stature as an engineer, scientist, and educator has been recognized with many honors, including election of the U.S. National Academy of Engineering and the National Academy of Sciences, the UK Royal Academy of Engineering and the Royal Society, and other national and international academies. He has received several honorary doctorate and professorships from universities worldwide, and is a fellow of 8 prestigious societies. Mr. Vice Chancellor, in recognition of his outstanding contributions to engineering education and the field of wireless communications, I request that you confer the degree of Doctor of Engineering honoris causa upon H. Vincent Poole.
I'm honored to confer upon you, H. Vincent Poole, the degree of Doctor of Engineering honoris causa, and I extend my sincere congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
I now invite Dr. Poole to address Convocation.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for that kind introduction. Needless to say, I feel greatly honored to be here this weekend receiving an honorary degree from Waterloo, and also to have this opportunity to speak to you all today. I know these kind of things don't happen by accident, and I'm extremely grateful to those who are responsible for me being here today. So I'd like to begin my comments today by offering my warmest congratulations to today's graduates and their friends and families. You've attended one of the world's great universities, and you made a very wise choice to study engineering. I've had a long and productive association with Waterloo, having collaborated with a number of faculty members here, including Professor Shen, and their students, and also having hosted several postdoctoral students at my lab at Princeton who received doctoral degrees here at Waterloo. These associations are ones that I hope and expect will continue throughout the rest of my career. Actually, the influence that Waterloo has had on me goes all the way back to my early days as an undergraduate student long ago. The first serious computer programming language I learned was Waterloo Fortran, so-called Wat4. I don't know if it still exists. So I've known about Waterloo pretty much all of my professional career, and I've benefited from it as well. I only have a few minutes, so what I thought I'd do is reflect a little bit on my career, and I'll try to do that in a way that might be meaningful to the graduating students who are here today. First, one thing I can't emphasize enough is how important my students, colleagues, and other collaborators have been in my career, including those here at Waterloo. A lot of progress in engineering, maybe most progress in engineering, comes when people with different skills and backgrounds work together, and this has certainly been the case in my career. So no matter what you plan to do in your career, you should always keep in mind that you can be much more successful and productive if you work with other people. For those of you who are graduating today and maybe going on to graduate school or taking your first job, I'd urge you to take time to cultivate your knowledge of the fundamentals of the field. There's always pressure to work on the particular applications of the day in order to find a job if you're a student or to keep your boss happy if you're working. But in thinking longer term about your career, it's the fundamentals that will carry you along. So technology changes rapidly. We heard that already this afternoon. And there's no assurance that what is of immediate interest today will sustain a decades-long career. Just as an example, in my own case, although I spent most of my career working on wireless networks, as you heard from Professor Shen, this wasn't really a major field when I was in school. And in graduate school, I worked on something called the theory of signal detection, which is a pretty esoteric field, and I thought of it mainly as having applications in radar and sonar. So this was the Cold War, and those were big applications then. So it wasn't until several years after I started my professional career that cellular mobile communications was being developed, which we take, of course, as a given today. And it was right for the application of things from a variety of fundamental disciplines, including my own. And in fact, almost every new field is a field in which the first people in the field were not educated in that field, just by definition. Since then, mobile networks have grown to serve almost 5 billion users, most of the people on the planet. It's one of the most pervasive technologies ever, and we've gone through 5 generations of wireless, each of which has presented completely different technological issues and research problems. So I've been very fortunate that my career has coincided with such a rich field. But technologies continue to emerge and evolve, and with grounding in fundamentals, you'll always be able to have an impact on whatever comes next. In more recent times, as you heard, I've become interested in energy systems, so-called smart grid. And again, having an understanding of some fundamentals has allowed me to continue to contribute to this field, even though I didn't really study power systems in school. Going full circle, radar now has been resurgent because of its role in automotive safety. So you really can't predict what technologies are going to be important over your whole career. But those fundamentals will keep you in the game even when interest in technology shifts. So you have to think about 40 or 50 years of technology. And if you think back, well, you can't think back 50 years, but maybe some of your parents can, you'll know that things change dramatically in that kind of time span. I'd also like to talk briefly about the continued importance of engineering in modern society. Judging from student interest, engineering and computer science are rapidly growing. Anecdotally, every engineering school in the U.S. and probably in Canada as well is bursting at the seams. And I don't think this is a fad. With the pervasiveness of technology in almost every aspect of human endeavor, the opportunities for having a major impact on society are greater now than they have been in the past in fields such as healthcare, energy, transportation, environment, security, and many others. So engineering has always been a bridge between science and society, but in recent times this bridge has moved to the center of the public sphere with issues like online privacy, climate change, cybersecurity, integrity of the political process, safety of self-driving cars, and so forth. Of course, with opportunities like this, there are responsibilities that come with that as well. We have to be sure that what we're doing is ethical and beneficial for society. But the bottom line is that what we're in a field that's playing and will continue to play a major role in the 21st century. I think I'm out of time now, so I'll stop there. Again, thank you all for your attention, and thanks again to the Waterloo community for honoring me today. And again, congratulations and best of luck to today's graduates. Thank you very much.
My name is James Rush, and I'm very proud to serve as the university's Vice President, Academic, and Provost. And I'm also very pleased to thank Dr. Poor for his address, which I'm sure was an inspiration to all in the audience, and particularly what resonated with me was placing such value on the timelessness of fundamentals with an ever-evolving technology and problems and applications in the world. So thank you very much, and welcome to Dr. Poor to the group of Waterloo's distinguished alumni. Would the members of the graduating class please rise? Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present to you those scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the university, I hereby admit you to your various and several degrees, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining. Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations. Please be seated. It's now my pleasure to ask Sabrina Lucia Renna to come forward and deliver the valedictory address.
Good afternoon, Mr. Vice Chancellor, members of Convocation, honored guests, and the class of 2019. Today is the culmination of a journey, and all great achievements demand a reflection on how they came to be. For most, this degree was not without challenge or adversity. There was that midterm, the one for which it was our best intention to be prepared for, but, be it the force of a willed professor or simple procrastination, it went badly awry. That midterm taught us that failure is only but a transient state. It was in the recovery from that midterm we realized the strength we were unaware we had, and we fortified our own resilience. There were those late nights, the ones that taught us that knowledge is gained only through the commitment of one's time. Sometimes time we may have once called sleep. Then there was that assignment. You guys know this assignment. The complete by whatever means necessary, but still completely viable under Policy 71 kind of assignment. It may have required all or a combination of office hours, YouTube tutorials, countless Google queries, or private tutoring via your more accomplished friend. That assignment taught us how to learn and how to defiantly challenge the discomfort of our own ignorance. But that assignment also taught us humility, that we do not know it all, that we will never know it all, and that we are stronger in community. We've been here for 5 years, a half-decade, and the world has changed significantly since we started. JobMine has become Waterloo Works. Waterloo believes in snow days now. Ford became premier. Trump became president. Truth still stranger than fiction. But this rapidly changing world perhaps also implies that engineers should begin to rethink their role in society, and as a profession, adapt to operating under even greater uncertainty. So, what could tomorrow look like? Well, increased computing power and rapid technological advancement, some of which will be the work of our own hands, will continue to require an ongoing commitment to learning new systems. But it will also require engineers that are capable of meaningfully educating and training their workplaces. Climate change will require updating our heuristics, push us for further innovation, but more pressingly require efficient interdisciplinary collaboration between engineers and non-engineers alike. In response to the increasingly volatile political landscape, if it is our wish to see a resurrection of evidence-based policy, we are obligated to step up as leaders and, however awkward, advocate for our work in arenas where engineers are not traditionally stakeholders. Guys, the fact of the matter is the institutional stagnation that yesterday frustrated you and the headlines that you read yesterday that disappointed you are our problems from this moment onward. This engineering degree has afforded us great societal privilege, but it also calls us to serve perhaps an even greater societal responsibility. You might be thinking to yourself, what's going on right now? How did this speech escalate so quickly? I make spreadsheets, I run models, design components, build robots. What is this woman talking about? Well, she's trying to talk about a future where engineers in every discipline must be politically literate, capable of negotiating, strong communicators, empathetic listeners, and keenly interested in shaping the environments in which they work and the society in which they live. If we weren't already, I believe that the class of 2019, armed with the resilience, diligence, and humility forged in this very undergraduate journey, can truly redefine the traditional engineering role. This doesn't apply to me, an engineer of yesterday might think. But as we're talking about the engineers of tomorrow, I, as one of them, would like to draw your attention to the fact that I personally never reintroduced myself. I want it to be easy for you to pretend that I never existed. Pretend that we never met today. Pretend. Because 40% of women like me leave STEM jobs after starting families, citing inequitable compensation, inflexible work environments, the lack of recognition, and inadequate opportunities for advancement. So, to my female colleagues, I hope that you forever remember today's triumph, that you know you earned your seat in this auditorium, at any desk in any workplace, and in every meeting room. Although I cannot shield you personally from the friction you may experience, I want to remind you that the profession will only change with you in it, and that we are all better represented when you share how you see the world through your eyes. To my male colleagues, I hope that you will go on to be leaders of empathetic and inclusive workplaces alongside your female contemporaries. I want to emphasize that the male perspective is presently and will always be integral to a truly equitable society. Female engineers come in peace. Today, it was my intention to present the case to reassess the role of the engineer in 2019. And in my 5 minutes of pseudo-anonymous fame, I regret that I was only able to illustrate one societal imbalance that is easily and tangibly within our power to change, that of gender in our workplace. But, like many an annoying textbook, I leave the most challenging part as an exercise for you. We, 2019's engineers, are left to identify the imbalances that exist within our fields of influence. As we go on into our professional lives, performing robust technical analysis mindfully, with discerning consideration for exactly those who may be disadvantaged by it. In closing, it was my honest privilege to address you today. I graciously want to thank all the people in our lives whose support has made this achievement possible. Best of luck to all on your next adventure. Congratulations to you, the class of 2019.
On behalf of the whole crowd gathered today, Sabrina, thank you very much for your poignant and inspiring address regarding the role of the engineer of the future and all of those special considerations that are going to define the problems you deal with, the way that you work together, and the society that you're living in. Thank you so much. It's now my pleasure to invite the Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, Professor Pearl Sullivan, to the podium.
Good afternoon, class of 2019. How are you doing today? Well, you seem a little shy, so let's try it again. Class 2019, how are you doing today? Much better, much better. Congratulations on your graduation. You worked very hard to get into Waterloo, and you worked even harder to get out of Waterloo. This is a special day for your families. So don't forget to hug your parents. They have always put you first in their lives. Hug your brothers and sisters. They are stuck with you. Hug your grandparents. They are your best cheerleaders. And to your classmates, say thank you. Many of them will be your friends for life. Tomorrow, you will step into a new adventure. It will be an exciting one. It will be fast. It will be complex, challenging, sometimes even hard to understand. And before you leave on that journey, take these 3 things with you. Number 1, remember your roots. The world is your oyster. It will sparkle and tempt you. But always remember where you were born, where you went to school, and the many people who shaped your life, even the ones you don't like. Number 2, regardless of what you do in life, the question you should always ask is not at what cost, but rather at whose cost. Engineering is about envisioning, creating, and making a difference for others. So even if you move away from engineering work, you have chosen this education and you now wear your iron ring. You therefore owe a duty of care to your neighbors, to your community, and to society. Number 3, be humble. You know you have the ability. Now find your motivation. Whatever you do it with love in your heart. You don't have to be the best engineer, but find the path that will help you to become the best person you can be. And finally, thank you for choosing Waterloo Engineering. We are very proud of you. You made us laugh, and sometimes you even made us cry. Now go out and do great things. And from all of us in the Faculty of Engineering, have a good life, and may the force be with you. It's my pleasure to invite Professor James Rush, Vice President, Academic and Provost, back to the podium.
Well, good afternoon once again. Mr. Vice Chancellor, honored guests and participants, I think we're off to a fantastic start, and I think the trajectory is going to continue through the rest of the program today. Convocation is perhaps the most rewarding occasion in the life of a university. It evokes our ancient rights and privileges. It recognizes the significant accomplishments of our students, and at the same time, it stirs within us a promise of new beginnings. On behalf of the entire University of Waterloo administration team, I would like to formally thank all of those who have made today possible. Convocation literally means the action of calling people together for a large and formal assembly, so it isn't possible for us to have this convocation without all of you being present. So to the graduands and to your parents and family and friends and other supporters, especially those who have traveled from afar to be here today, thank you very much for making this convocation possible. To the university community for developing these scholars and for delivering this outstanding event for our new alumni, thank you very much to all of my colleagues for making this possible. And of course, we acknowledge those who have been unable to join us today. Each of us individually feels their presence as part of this special assembly, this convocation. I would like to now ask all of the graduands to please remain seated as I invite all of the parents, family, friends, supporters, and event coordinators to please rise as you are able. I'd ask the graduands to look around and find your special people, your family and supporters, your friends. Give them a wave. You'll probably hear from them later as you cross the stage. Would you please join me in thanking all of those people who have made your convocation possible today? Thank you. Please be seated. As we prepare to confer degrees, I have a few technical notes. For guests wishing to take photographs of their graduates, there is a photography area located just to the left of the stage. You can access that by exiting at the back of the gym on the west side doors and coming down a hallway to this area. And if you approach that area just before your special graduate crosses the stage, you'll be in a great position to take pictures of them as they come across. Once you have taken your photos, I'd ask that you please just return to your seats to clear that area for other people coming in to take photographs. And graduates, the Vice Chancellor referred to it at the beginning. This is a large group, and some of you have names that begin with A and some with Z, but we're all one team together. You showed how big of a community that engineering at Waterloo is. Let's all stay together, return to our seats, and celebrate the entire convocation together before we process out together. Now we're on to the main event, the conferring of degrees. And I now invite Professor Carl Haas, Chair of the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering, Faculty of Engineering, to announce the graduates' names.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Applied Science, Civil Engineering. Taloda Biolawa Abikoi, Oriana Isabel Aguas, and Adib Mahmoudi Arari. Mehruz Akhtar, Zaid Abbas Al-Sabag, and Shakil Ashraf. Tehreem Ashraf, Matthew Au, and Patricia Chirico Bernowski. Alexander Beeston, Daniel Benyona, and Finan G. Berhani. Jason Anthony Britton, Anton Budny, and Bryce Douglas Chiloto. Clement John Chan, Thomas Chunho Chan, and Alfred Chung. Ruvimbo Wendy Chikowero, who is also the recipient of the Sir Casimir Stanislas Gazowski Medal for Excellence in Communication, and the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Term Proficiency. Congratulations. Frederick Chu, Philip Michael Connor Cooper, and Landon Dave Corcoran. Monica Das, Sean Davidson, and Anirudh Dharmarajan. Joshua Lorenzo DiCurbo, Chloe Alana Edwards, and Michael Engel. Sophia Eugenie, Michael Feiden, and Michael Christopher Felinchak. Yong Shin Fan, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Congratulations, Yong Shin. So. Tithalapatigi Ayusha Gimhani Fernando, Mitchell Finson, and Stephen James Gady. Adrian Michael Giles, Jingyi Guo, and Syed Mohammed Tajar Haider. Kevin Hansberger, Felix Wingching Hu, and Samin Huang. Emma Marie Lido Inazio, Harris Ismael, and Emily Jackson. Nicholas Russell Carl, Anthea Tsiying Lau, and Nicole Barbara Lawson. Kiao Lei, Angela Yihan Lee, and Hongming Lee. Kevin Wenji Lee, Kathy Gake Lin, and Tina Fangyu Lin. Wei Lin, Yikong Liu, and Yiran Liu. Janice Huiching Look, Alvin Look, and Jacob Willem John McDonald. Deepak Manoj, Rafi Mirahban, and Kunjan Mehta. Okay. Ajmain Iqtidar Mustafa, Emmanuel Muligeta, and Michael Gichui Maragi. Madison Alexandra Murch, Robert Benjamin O'Callahan, and Sai Hyuk Oh. Damalari Olanian, Jilong Ku, and Sarah Rahman. Adrian Anushant Ranganathan, Sabrina Lucia Rena, and Maria Ahab Wadi Roman. Talal Shakil, Natalia Shurshakova, and Maher Shura. Clara Sidrak, Daniel Stewart Tenney, and Nathaniel Wesley Thiessen. Michaela Kazia Thorpe, Francis Trin, and Diana Carolina Valdez Valle. Hongyu Marilyn Wang, Jiki Wang, and Rayanne Rosalie Ward Bishun. John Stanley Wilsey, Yifan Wu, and Mingju Shi. Fuk Yi Wang, Sonia Chiu Wing Yu, and Hannah Yu. Jason Yuan, Razia Zara, and Jingyi Zhang. Jinyi Zhang, Dandy Zhao, and Kiming Zhang. Oh, and Jenny Jong. Okay, thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present candidates for the degree Bachelor of Applied Science Environmental Engineering. Cameron Stewart Adams, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Congratulations. Ian Hugh Buck, Celeste Cameron, and Manal Chowdhury. Sylvia Chu, Isabel Angela Cleroux, Morgan Elizabeth DeCroon. Beth Gattenby, Tanya Gill, and Christine Gomez. Miryui Huang, Erin Elizabeth Kennelly, and Julia Knorr. Yi Huang, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Term Proficiency. Yi Huang, thank you. Savannah Knorr, Kylie Elizabeth Knox, and Chase James Konechny. Michael Dan Fung Lee, Carolina Mahetcha, Colby O'Reilly George Meyer Downing. William Charles McLaren, Ju Ann Park, and Darren Patrick Ruland Shore. Sarah Doreen Turner, Esther Utomakili, and Maria Angelica Vasquez Romero. Okay. Gary Peter Vorthusen, Michael Daniel Wong, and Jimeng Yang. Tianyi Yu, Shuai Yuan, and Wahyan Young. Lucas Zambonelli. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor. I now invite Stephen Evans, Director, Geological Engineering, to the podium.
Thank you, Carl. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Applied Science in Geological Engineering. Taskia Alam, Aman Baines, Michael Ka Kin Chan. Kelvin Chung, Yaroslav Viktorovich Chudin, Min Soo Ki. Ali Kennington, Matthew Sung Yob Kim, Cynthia Lauren Lane. Next one is Adam Edward Malek, Haley Brianne McLean, Brittany Russo. Morgan Hunter Molyneux. Morgan is also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Term Proficiency. Suman Sahadevan. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor. I now invite Ke Ming Hei, Chair, Department of Management Sciences, to the podium.
Thank you. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present candidates for the degree of Bachelor's in Applied Science in Management Engineering. Brianna Abu Damida, Hassan El Mula, Laura Catherine Areza. Joanna Ati, Ramil Jiang Batugas, Christopher Joseph Bombilo. Jia Lian Shen, Matthew Ron Cherry, Caroline Helen Devier. Matthew James De Silva, Sheila Damalo, Dhruv Gupta. Neha Gupta, Mandeep Kaur Hanspel, Sarah Ifan. Pallavi Hakarika, also the recipient of the Arbor Sherwood Barber Medal for Best Overall Work Term and Academic Performance. Congratulations. Alexander Isaac Jekyll, Kasaga Jaya Susaran, Aditya Kania. Staninos Payacho Kapadoukakis, Milan Preet Kaur, Samuel James Kennedy. Yusuf Hassan Baha Khaleh, Andy Koo, Denzo Chang Q Kwang. Gordon Lau, Wilfrey Kwang Yang Lo, Franco Martinez. Paya Jose Medina, Alexandra Lynn Mykonidis, Martin Lachidovsky. Sivania Narayanan Moti, Kavya Narayanan, Fiza Sipiha Lo. Ripo Patel, Anika Meisha Pasan, Riha Vivek Philip. Melissa Gina Panizas, Gavati Ray, Iman Rashidi. Rebecca Sarah Rayner, also the recipient of the Stanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Congratulations. Melanie Jean Roy, Palisha Emily Sami Samba, Shinru Sao. Michael Anthony Joseph Soloji, Samantha Srikansam, Masusan Talabana Singham, Stephen Quinn Turner, Samantha Villaruz, Gisam Visvasasan, Curtis Andrew Wedner, Zhe Wen Xu, Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor. I now invite Yan Huzen, Chair of the Department of Mechanical and Mechatronics Engineering, to the podium.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, I present candidates for the degree Bachelor of Applied Science, Mechanical Engineering. Ali Abbas, Hussein Aladdin Ibrahim Abdulrahman, Ardalan Abul Fazli, Christine Teresa Abraham, Sujun Ann, William Porter Alex. Morgan Austin, Harjot Singh Baines, Gurkhan Singh Basra. Akshit Kumar Bala, Vrajesh Bavsar, Adeen Ahmed Bilal. Derek Samuel Blackwell, Sebastian Blanchet, Paul Boktor. Isaac Hart Boersma, also the recipient of the Canadian Society for Mechanical Engineering Gold Medal for Outstanding Academic Achievement in Mechanical Engineering, and the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Kasia Marian Boyd, Luke Bronowicki, Dylan Whitnick. Alexander Bukfa, Jonathan David Cameron, Dominic Ian Chan. Henry Chan, Bo Yuan Chang, Norman Chen. Andrew Chung, Chantal Long Feng Chung, Christopher Chang. Avery Kyunyen Chu, Hector Hai Cho, Jordan Kayan Chow. Lucas Roger Compton, Louis Cormier, Marwan Ashraf Darwish. Tahir Dawson, John Marlowe Delicano, Taylor Dingwall. Aidan Richard Doan, Connor James Dobson, Matthew Edward Draper. Yizin Duan, Andrew Henrik Juba, Timothy Jonathan Cole Fast Irvin, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Zach Eskander, Eric Field, Nicholas Fisher. E.S. Fook Alada, Simon Grigg, Sooncheng Gu. Ethan John Hamshaw, Rijan He, Yuan He. Aidan Ian Hilborn, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Term Proficiency. Graham Hempel, Sheldon Ho, Kambe Sekile Hughes. Faisal Syed Hussain, Ahmed Ismail, Junhwan Yang. Anvin Jela Silan, Elena Zhu Luo, Nikola Jovicik. Michael Sebastian Kacha, Amara Shamsuddin Kadardina, and Peter Kavanaugh. Ryan John Piermain Kettler, Suho Kim, Tyler James Cooker. Gujun Cooker, Joseph Junsing Lai, Jonathan Joon Lam. Nicholas Kong Sing Lam, Junmin Lee, Matthew Philip Levy. Yucheng Lin, Kwok Dat Loy, Stan Liu. Dominique Sarah Lunghung, Angelo Hailun Ma, Claudia Michelle Mack. Hookjin Mok, Ali Ju Morrison, Mobin Moshiri. Aidan Daniel Mossop, Caleb Mudrick, and Quinn Wynn. Amit Pai, Emerson Peacock, Kaitushan Perin Pa Murthy. Machi Popic, Cole Thomas Powers, Andrew Michael Punsak. Kyonjun Pyo, Mackenzie Quinn, Paris Radan. Peter Eric Resor, Robert Wilson Rowland, Michael Rue. Gugulashant Satyasilan, Kenneth William Schwartzel, Mohammed Hassan Shahed. Dimitro Shumeko, Shinal Nelusa Shiripala, Jeffrey Andrew Six. Graham Philip Smith, Mitchell Nathaniel Snyder, Zay Song. Sharankan Sri Nathan, Jarrett Edward Steinhaus, Natalie Suzanne Steenstra. Riley Stone, Aditya Subramanian, Syed Imtiaz Ahmad. Bonita Joey Thai, Ashish Thomas, Kevin Truong. Jessica Hyung Ling Sang, Rachel Tai Lee, Jared Peter Yuramuski. Daniel Peter van Leeuwen, Ashvin Vasantakumaran, Kabilesh V.J. Kumar. Arjun Michael von Hatten, Samir Wahid, Da Wang. Lifan Wang, also the recipient of the Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Term Proficiency. Jiacheng Weng, Joanne Marie White, Brandon Wong. Scott James John Wood, Austin Shao, Andy Yang. Richard Yang, Akshay Sai Yelaswaraku, Nicholas Gage Young. Rachel Yu, Ziong Zheng. Thank you, Mr. Vice-Chancellor. I now invite William Mellett, Director of Mechatronics, Department of Mechanical and Mechatronics Engineering, to the podium.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I'm honored to present to you the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Applied Science Mechatronics Engineering. Bankali Adebajo, Saloni Agrawal, Nathaniel Ayalu. Suda Venkatesan, Serge Borisovich Babayan, and Kita Barrow. Nicholas Berry, Asad Bati, Nikhil Bodu. Alexander Bondarenko, Aditya Popi, Kevin Nankai. Keenan Gallagher, Mitchell Justin Katwin, Brian Shihong Chak. Arvind Chandrasekhar, Hai Kiao Chen, Po Zhang Shen. Benjamin Charles Shang, Bonnie Shang, Dan Yu Shu. Hee Hyun Helen Cho, also the recipient of Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Cooperative Work Term Proficiency. Colin Langdon Vernon Cook, Devon Copeland, Benjamin James Davis. Maya Dean, Jack Dawn, Ross Duquette. Jiahoi Jenny Dong, also the recipient of the George Default Medal of Excellence in Communication. On Ducombe, also the recipient of Roy Duxbury Leadership Award. Mohammed El Chachat, Colin George Evans, Rowan William Ferraby. David Jonathan Evan Ferris, Sebastian Xavier Fiorini, Jackson George Fisher. Abhishek Gaba, Milian Gabani, Paul Adrian George. Rayun Ghani, Shazay Gill, Glenn Arthur, John Gillespie. Anne Gingras, Herman Singh Grewal, Abhinav Grover. Jimmy Matthew Grisbeck, Sasha Hall, Antonio Octavio, Roshan Harris. Kevin Roy Hallberg, Martin Schall, Amy Hu. Alex Hong, David Gao Hong, Douglas Hong. Kevin Hugh, Ayudeji Ige, Salman Jalali. Arun Jaya Ganashan, Michael Adam Jonas, Jeff Wanjun John. Levi Nathaniel Johnston, also the recipient of Sanford Fleming Foundation Medal for Academic Excellence. Kenneth Jong, Michael Kafarovsky, Misha Julia Angelica. Hamza Kashif, Gabrielle Kim, Misha Kruti. Brennan Timothy Kolakowski, Sejin Kwan, Raj Lad. Lalit Lal, Jeremy Lan Hing Pu, Amanda Hoyman Lau. Archie Lee, Rachel Jessica Lee, Nathan Eric Leong. Shangda Lee, Chiang Lee, and Jerry Lee. Hao Tian Liu, Benjamin Low, Miguel Lopez. Robert William Low Ellis, Brian Elliott, May Yu, Cole Alexander McCon. Vincent McLaurin, Naveed Mia, Ali Mirza. Abdul Hai Abdullah Muhammad, Edward Parker Murakami, Giovanna Toy Mori Bradshaw. Monisha Naik, Rafael Anjo Narciso, Shish Kumar Nepal. Alexander Niskovich, Christy Eng, Tarina Nimala Kumar. Oluwatoni Ogamadi, John Alexander Omeljaniuk, Avanish Kumar Pandey. Michel Panlert Ketsakum, Darshil Parikh, Maharashi Patel. Ravi Patel, Nicholas Pellegrino, Adnan Ahmed Peshiman. Ilya Poretsky, Ganan Prabharan, Enoch Ramesh. Amanda Rambertab, Yasha Svirana, Kiran Dhruva Rao. Abhishek Ravi, Cody Ariel Redding, Alexandra Elizabeth Rocklets. Michael Solomon Drew, Jonathan Rain, Saba Sadikpur. Joshua Sayavong, Nathaniel Andrew Schmitz, Mohammad Tashin Sharif. Alexander Young Shi, Navdeep Singh Sidhu, Michael Eugene Skupian. Ryan Michael Smith, Abiram Srikana Tharaja, Alex St. George. Thompson, Arvind Suresh, Sriram Suresh. Okay. Christina Melissa Sotanto, Ryan Clement Swift, Muhammad Inzamam Tahir. Yanning Tan, Bavishang Tapar, Rares Topar Guzman. Brian Yeton Soy, Hayden Hay Sean So, Jonathan Cornelius Van Gogh. Nicholas Riley Van der Veen, Aravind Vijay Kumar, Maylin Wang. Royu Wang, Zhang Wei Wei, Ray Reza Wei Tantu. Felix Kevin Wong, Kenneth Sean Wong, Martin Shunyin Wong. Yifan Wu, Yifan Frank Wu, Sherman Chong. Eric Hong Yi, Siwen In, Eileen Yu. Shihang Yu, Thomas Zablotny, Saida Rimsha Zainab. Fei Zhang, Ning Zhao, Su Hong Zhou. Daniel Zhou, also the recipient of the Ontario Professional Engineering Foundation for Education Gold Medal for Academic Achievement Award. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chancellor. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I now request you confer in absentia the various and several degrees upon those candidates who were approved by Senate but who were unable to be present at today's convocation.
I confer the degrees in absentia.
I now invite Feridar Hamdullahpur, President and Vice Chancellor, back to the podium.
Don't you love my accuracy? We are 4 minutes ahead of our 2-hour time. This was a fantastic class. I think our brand new class, 2009 class of Faculty of Engineering. I'm a mechanical engineer, so I forgot. They deserve a big round of applause from us. Thank you. It's been a great afternoon, so thank you so much. Thank you so much for making this celebration so enjoyable to all of us. Thank you for staying, and thank you for celebrating it together. Very quick few observations. California economy could not possibly survive without the University of Waterloo graduates. And no wonder Raptors won. I love your energy. Allow me just a few minutes, just a couple of parting observations. No more advices. You don't need any further advice from any one of us. On the contrary, we need a lot from you now. As I said, you're just about to embark upon some fabulous things that you will be doing. But I wanted to thank you. I owe you a big thank you, because some of you may recall right here in this auditorium, when you first started, your first day here in your orientation, when we talked to you, we said thank you for two things. Thank you for choosing to go to university. And secondly, thank you for coming to the University of Waterloo. Given your brilliance, you heard it from Dean Sullivan, how tough it was to get into University of Waterloo, but you got into absolutely the best engineering school in Canada. And then we told you, as brilliant as you were, don't sit on it too much. It will still require a lot of hard work just to be here today, to get out. And we ask you to make us one promise. Promise that you will meet us here at your convocation. So this is our big thank you for keeping your promise, for being here. As I said, the world is so excited. We are so delighted that you'll be doing some remarkable, amazing things. And I heard it from you. We asked them, what their plans are and what they're going to do. The things that they are going to do, they're just fabulous. I would have never thought of them when I was graduating, and they are doing it. And their confidence, their courage, their brilliance in thinking, they're all fantastic. It's unbelievably exciting. You are also setting a bar even higher for this university, for this faculty. Now, more than ever, more and more brilliant minds, they want to come and study here because they know that It's not, you heard it. You heard it from our honorary doctorate recipient, Professor Poor, that knowledge is not enough. Alone is not enough. You have to combine it with your passion, with your dedication, with your creativity, with your brilliance, and some unbelievable things will happen. And we are counting on it. One last thing I will leave with you. This comes from a book that I enjoyed very much reading several times, from Victor Hugo. It says, change your opinions, but keep your principles. Change your leaves, but keep your roots. Your roots are here. It all started here. We thank you so much for coming here. All the best. Enjoy the rest of the day.